As an underwriter, you're the decision point. You decide which risks move forward, how they're priced, and when more information is needed before a decision can be made. Your judgment shapes outcomes long after a policy is written. That responsibility demands clarity and confidence that the information in front of you reflects the real risk you're being asked to insure. Central Analysis Bureau is built to support you by helping you evaluate motor carrier risk with greater context at the exact moment when underwriting decisions happen. Underwriting is a workflow. You review submissions, validate the story presented, ask follow-up questions, and determine whether a risk aligns with your guidelines and appetite. These decisions happen quickly, often under time pressure, and rarely with perfect information. CAB is designed to support you in those moments. First, CAB helps you evaluate the full story. Every submission tells you how a motor carrier operates. CAB allows you to compare that story against the data, including safety performance, inspection activity, crash history, and operational changes and trends over time. So you can see how a carrier has actually performed over time, not just how it's described. And in some cases, CAB can surface hidden relationships between carriers, including identifying potential chameleon carriers, helping you detect risks that may not be disclosed in the submission. Second, CAB helps you identify hidden exposure and prevent premium leakage. You review a high volume of submissions, often within tight timelines. By surfacing inconsistencies in inspection activity, equipment, and operational signals, CAB helps you catch the gaps between what's reported and what is actually on the road. CAB helps you identify them earlier, so what is priced, what is scheduled, and what is actually operating are more closely aligned. Third, CAB strengthens pricing accuracy with deeper asset visibility. With integrated valuation data and VIN-level detail, and now new financial activity data, you gain a more complete view of a carrier's equipment and financial obligations. This added layer of ownership and lending insights helps validate what equipment is truly in operation and what may be missing from submission. The result is a clearer understanding of total exposure and more accurate pricing decisions. Fourth, CAB strengthens the defensibility of your decisions. Underwriting decisions are often revisited during audits, renewals, or internal reviews. When that happens, it's not enough to know what decision was made. You need to understand why. CAB helps preserve the surrounding context so the reasoning behind your decisions remains clear and supportable over time. When CAB becomes part of your underwriting process, your workflow becomes more structured and efficient. Submissions can be filtered and prioritized more effectively. Reviews move faster because the relevant context is immediately available. Workflows become more consistent across similar risks, and your decisions are supported by documented insight rather than fragmented information. You're better equipped to ask sharper questions, align with peers, and stand behind your decisions over time. With expanded data sources and ongoing enhancements to the CAB report, you gain a more complete and usable view of motor carrier risk. Strong underwriting is not simply about writing more business. Sometimes the most important underwriting decision is choosing not to write a risk. CAB helps you identify the opportunities worth pursuing and the risks that may create problems later. By reducing uncertainty, limiting premium leakage, and strengthening confidence in your data, CAB supports the discipline that strong underwriting requires. CAB. Clarity in risk, confidence in decisions. Visit cabadvantage.com to see how you can strengthen the performance and profitability of your portfolio.